Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the Sean McCall.
It's SEO Roper.
And producer Pat behind the call, behind the mic, fellas. How we doing today?
Doing good. It's Wednesday, November 6th, and it's Lucas Live.
Season 6.
Season 6, Episode 1. Last week we said incorrectly it was our Albert year. It's actually our Stan the Man year.
Stan the Man.
Here we go. And with us tonight, we have in person, live, B. Graham.
Welcome to the show.
Gotta get on the mic.
You gotta bring the mic closer to you, buddy.
Is mic on, Pat?
Oh, here we go.
Oh, no.
Technical
Not
diff-
test the mic.
He wasn't down here when we did a mic check.
This would not be a Lucas debut without some technical difficulties.
We'll get there.
Um,
But he's on the video, right?
yeah, he's on video.
There we go.
Awesome. Well, he's there. He's just silent right now. Just
You can
muted.
see we have Badger Bryce in the corner. He's got his cheese head and his Packer stuff hanging in the corner.
Yes. Shout out Badger Bryce. He's heading up to TikTok. We have a TikTok now. It is Lucas314
If you're
on TikTok. Follow
yeah,
us.
follow us on TikTok. If you're ticking and talking, watch us.
We're going viral. Is anyone in the chat? Can we get a read on the chat?
No chat update yet.
Introduce yourselves, everyone. Introduce yourselves.
No
Let's
chat.
comment, like, and subscribe.
Yes, we appreciate. And tonight we're going to get into kind of what we were talking about last week. A heated topic at the polls this year was Proposition 2.
The bets. Sports betting.
Sports betting in Missouri passed. We sweated it all the way to the final whistle, you guys.
It was game, shot, clock at the final buzzer.
It was really 50.1 to 49.9.
It's so close that KCK, me and Bryce were watching earlier, Channel 5 News,
Mhm.
and they were saying it's still too close to call. And that there's possibility of a recount or
If it's that close, yes, they definitely could do a recount. So
yeah.
it's still in limbo, Proposition 2.
And what I did hear, I was curious when it was going to be enacted. I was hoping maybe it would be like January 1st or something. It turns out that like the quickest turnaround was like Kansas most recently, in a 6-month span from it being passed and by vote to like it was around March. If that gives you an idea, it was like March.
And I think that's a pretty good time frame. I think
right
that's
before right before March Madness.
That's pretty good. My friend Chris Iverson, shout out Chris, was asking. He said, "Oh, I hope FanDuel updates by tonight so I can bet on the Celtics game." I said, "Oh man, I wish it was that easy, Chris. I wish it was that easy. Why is it not that easy,
Well, I obviously don't have it set up.
Bryce? Isn't that weird? Why shouldn't it be that easy?" He doesn't have a mic yet. I don't know why I'm asking him.
Well, yeah, he's just shaking his head in disgust.
All right, Bryce can't
Usually.
talk, so the two other sports and politics tweets I was going to mention actually somehow relate to the Packers. Coincidentally.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
Go Pack, go!
So Brett Favre tweeted, "If everyone put God first, this would be the result." And it was a picture of United States, and it was all red. If everyone put God first, everyone would have voted for Trump. And someone quote tweeted that and said, "Oh, as written in the parable where Jesus stole money from the poor to build a volleyball court."
I would like to say,
Bryce, welcome.
Brett Favre texted me on Tuesday.
Yeah,
You know Brett Favre.
I showed Adam the text. He called me by the wrong name. He called me Matthew, which I guess kind of makes sense because the phone plan I'm on is my parents, and my stepdad's name is Matthew. And he goes, "Hey Matthew, we are betting on you to." It was like the cringiest text I've ever seen.
He sent like a meme picture too, didn't he, or something?
Yeah, it was. God, where is this?
Bryce, what was he endorsing?
I'll find it right here.
The Trump automated text, dude.
Yeah, he said it's time to bench Kamala. Hey, Packer fans, this election is too important. We're in the final seconds, and we need a game-winning drive. Bench Kamala and put Trump in the ball game.
I will say that is a better text and message than Tim Walz. Tim Walz had said that he was like a football coach, and this man
Ooh.
had said he called it the final quarter, which I don't know if anyone has referred to the fourth quarter as that was weird. And he also when he did a live stream
Yeah, we
in
mentioned.
the middle of a Sunday matchup and was like,
I got that one here.
you gotta cook up a mean pick six.
Yeah, Tim Walz tweeted, AOC can run a mean pick six. What?
Run
Run a
a
pick
mean-
six? It doesn't happen like that.
I guess that's the prevent defense right there. Just hoping it returns
And then here's
back.
my last sports and politics tweet. AJ Dillon, Bryce, was at a couple Trump rallies in Wisconsin,
Bum.
and this tweet said, Packers standout running back AJ Dillon and his wife sitting front row. And someone said, okay, I'm okay with people who vote differently than me, but I draw the line at calling AJ Dillon a standout running back.
Right.
Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I mean, he's not very good. He hasn't played in like 2 years, and when he does, he's good for -2 yards carry. So that's what you want on your running back.
AJ Dillon should stick to hitting minor league baseball mascots.
Yeah.
He's running for mayor of Door County, which is a county in Wisconsin.
What?
Door County? He's running in Door County.
He didn't run this year, but he said in 2026 he's going to run.
Where? How far is Door County from like Lambeau?
That's Lake Geneva. It's Door County.
By
His mic is not doing good.
Because he keeps moving it.
Switch your mic. You got to put it in the stand.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Door County is like 10 minutes by boat and an hour and a half by car from Lambeau. You can just go right across the bay, but if you want to drive, you got to go around.
Fair.
Oh,
Okay. Well.
all right.
Let's talk about
Blues.
St. Louis Blues hockey. We had a incident on the bench. The Blues, unfortunately, in the last half century, like 3 different Blues players have had like weird freak accidents.
It was a
You-
weird accident last night. Dylan Holloway took a puck to the neck area, finished his shift, mind you. Dylan Holloway told reporters that
There was a
it
2-on-1.
was a 2-on-1. I had to see where it went. What a hockey player. What a guy.
Which is so weird. I guess he was just running off adrenaline because like right when he hit the bench after a minute of skating out there, he said that like his neck was feeling weird and you know like when you get like a head rush and you like see like stars and shit and you like stand up too fast or something. He said it like it was hitting him like that, but it just was continuously. And then he like basically like blacked out where the last thing he remembered was skating to the bench. And then the next thing he remembers was like being on a stretcher right next to the ambulance being loaded on, basically.
Does remember anything from the
Good.
bench?
Not really. He
No,
said
yeah, that's what he
blacked out.
said.
He blacked out.
Wow.
But the dude is okay. Like he went to the hospital, thankfully. This is amazing. Like huge story. He is okay. Like he's I think the athletics trainers said 24 hours, no activities. And he said he like practiced like just like on the bike. He was just like getting his legs moving, but besides that he's just chilling and he feels good to go. Like he wants to play tomorrow, obviously if
Yeah, I
the
saw him.
trainers.
He was at the facility today doing interviews.
So
Was he on the ice at all?
no, because they said 24 hours, no activity like
Okay.
that. It was just he was just on a bike.
Bizarre situation.
So yeah, I mean, we play out Utah Hockey Club tomorrow.
I am attending, boys.
You
tomorrow.
going?
I am going.
I was gonna ask if you guys would be interested. I saw tickets are super cheap, where it's like $16 with
Oh.
fees.
Ooh, that gets a little.
Weekday games
Deal.
always cheap now.
So if anyone in the Lucas, we have 3 of us. There may be like a 4th person wants to go.
Maybe.
Comment.
But There you go.
I'm not really hearing Bryce. Are you guys?
I don't think his mic is on.
Yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know.
Okay.
We're having technical difficulties.
Yeah, it's
We're trying. That's my mic, I think.
okay.
We're having
But
some problems.
since we've spoken last, another new acquisition of the St. Louis Blues has gotten injured besides Dylan Holloway, and it's Philip Broberg.
Yeah, so it was at the
Broberg
game I was at.
Is down for a month? Ankle
Oh
injury?
yeah, it said like 4 to 6 weeks.
Tell us, you were at the game? You saw it?
Yeah, it was against the Maple Leafs. What a fucking game, by the way. Barn burner. We were just fucking them up. I don't know if you saw McCabe's like face.
Oh,
The
yeah,
damage
that
Shen did in
fight
that first.
versus Shen in the first period. Shen pounded his ass.
And then, dude, Buchnevich, I'd never seen him get so angry in my life. Like that man was a madman. I forget who he beat up, but that was pretty big. But yeah, the Broberg injury, that wasn't great to look. I also want to shout out Colton Parayko because he had a great game that game, and he had a slap shot. It was like one of the best slap shots I've ever seen.
2
Colt
clap
55s.
bombs.
Yep. the
Great game. No, that was a great game because that was the Blues' last team they beat was Toronto.
yes.
They
I-
lost against who they lose to?
The
Montreal,
Canadians.
Ottawa, and then they lost a terrible game
The
to
Philly.
the Philadelphia Flyers on
'Cause
Halloween.
Jordan Kyrou turned it over, right?
I was seeing Jordan Kyrou in my nightmares on Halloween night, coughing off the puck in center ice, not back checking. He had 3 opportunities to get the puck, and he plays defense like a not very good player.
But then back to Saturday, Chief Berube came back to the building to Enterprise, and they did the whole speech before Game 7 of the Boston game, Stanley Cup, and that everyone was standing the whole time, clapping, cheering. I was yelling "Chief," and
That's
a lot of
good.
people were. Yeah, it was a good moment. I know he was that reflexive city of being like a blue coward, hardworking man, just one of us. He's one of us
He is.
forever. First Cup winning coach. So, congrats to Chief and welcome back. But Broberg's injury that freaked me out a bit at first because at the game it looked worse than it was. It looked like it was like ACL injury or something. Like the hit that Marner laid on him, or on his how he fell on his like leg, just was an ugly sight to see, and he put no weight on it.
So he's out for a month. Robert Thomas is still out. Dylan Holloway hopefully is back. He wants to play, so that's a good sign. But the player I want to talk about and highlight right now is Jordan Kyrou, because Jordan Kyrou, very terrible game against Philadelphia, coughing up the puck, not playing defense, not back checking, turned it around when he came back home. Did he score any points against Toronto?
I don't think so. He might have had an assist, but
Anyhow, he scored a nice goal. What ended up being the game winner last night was the third goal.
2-on-1, right?
Yeah, he finished it. Good shot. Good finish. What is it? Jordan Kyrou shoots the puck. Jordan Kyrou is a finisher. In the words of Darren Pang, shooters shoot and dekers deke.
That's true. I mean, hey,
And
Gotta-
Jordan Kyrou's a sniper.
gotta give it to him, dude. I mean, hopefully this is like a start of like a hot streak, is what I'm saying. Like, hopefully he gets hot. I think
Hopefully, dude. But
we need him to be a 40 goal scorer.
double XP weekend coming up in Call of Duty anytime soon?
I don't know. But speaking of Call of Duty, me and Bryce have been grinding, dude. Nuketown 24/7. We've been having some blasts.
It was a new Call of Duty that dropped, right?
Yeah, Black Ops 6.
Sweet. Bryce still working at the mic. He's almost there.
Oh, we're almost there.
Bryce, just keep the stand on the table. Might be better.
We're almost
We're
there.
working on it.
Technical difficulties. In the meantime,
So
let's.
the Blues, they got the Utah Hockey Club tomorrow night. Clayton Keller, he's the captain now,
Yeah, Clayton Keller
coming back home to St. Louis. You love to
former
see it.
Coyotes.
Wouldn't he be nice to have signing the Blues when he finishes up his contract there?
Yeah, I mean, isn't he the captain of their team right now?
He is the captain.
That's wild. I guess was he the Brady Kachuk draft class?
Yep. No, he's Matthew.
Oh, he's older.
Oh,
Bryce. Bryce, I think you're good. Bryce, talk, test.
How we doing, boys?
Better. I would maybe suggest leaving that on the table.
Boys,
Yeah, that's better. That's
you go.
better. You just gotta lean in really close.
am I here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. Let's
Good to
go.
be here.
He's back.
Bryce is back. Badger Bryce. Good to
Badger
have you.
Bryce.
Good to have
Had
you.
some technical difficulties.
Yeah, we took the long route, but we got there.
Any thoughts on the discussion so far? Anything you want to add?
I got nothing to add about the Blues, but
How many Blues players you got in your fantasy team?
a lot. Like 8 or 9. My fantasy team shifts every day. I'm always adding and dropping.
I know you
players.
drop. I made the centers way overpower, and you just pick as many centers as you can to
Yup.
get face off.
Yep. That's why we're 4-0. We're going undefeated.
That was my fault. I made face offs worth half a point. So if you get 4 face offs, that's as much as a goal. Sometimes you can win like 10 face offs a game.
Oh, I know.
Mistake. Should I change him still, or is it unfair?
I think you should change it.
I can still change it. All right, I'll change it for next week.
4 weeks into the season, we had a preseason with.
Pat,
the
what's your
face-off.
fantasy hockey team looking like?
We're mediocre. We're 500 ball club.
And what's your fantasy team like, Roper? Have you-
Taking some tough L's.
I don't think he's won a game yet. A week. I'm playing you this week, I think.
Yeah. 0-4. But we're gonna bounce back. I got another fantasy hockey league that I'm 3-1 in. So,
There you go. The fantasy guru.
and this commissioner is way better, where he has all the players. Just
Okay,
playing.
okay. I'm
God.
the commissioner can only do so much.
Oh, I know. I'm hearing shrapnel for my being a commissioner of another league. I need to fix the playoff format.
Speaking
They've
of-
been pitching at me, dude.
Let's just keep it on fantasy. Fantasy football. I had a great matchup this week against KU.
Oh yeah,
Battle of
dude.
the Chief players. It came down to Monday night. Patrick Mahomes, leading quarterback for Denim Chicken, versus Kareem Hunt, Xavier Worthy, and the Chiefs defense. And Patrick Mahomes held his own.
KU had to watch his own favorite team demise himself right in front of him.
Boy,
Why?
Xavier Worthy almost caught a touchdown, then he stepped out of bounds.
Yeah, that was like the wide open catch, and then they got sacked that next play.
And he got knocked out of field goal range.
Yeah, that
Wild
was
turn
crazy.
of events.
Yeah, for real. That could have been way more.
Some are criticizing the NFL refs for not calling certain false start penalties on the Chiefs.
Oh, I know.
You guys aware of these accusations?
Yes, I don't know if Eli's tuned in, but I called it out in the league chat, and he goes, "Cry." This is right after this.
Bryce, what do you think about those lenient calls for the Chiefs and the refs?
I mean, I'm not a ref guy. I take the stance that refs don't impact a game as much as we think they do. On a week-to-week basis, they might impact a game, but over the course of a 18-week season, it's all going to even out. It might have been a bad refereed game. I don't know, but I don't buy into the whole refs are giving Chiefs Super Bowls thing. Chiefs are winning Super Bowls because they have Pat Mahomes. It's not the refs.
That's true. As much
That's
as
fair.
we can say the refs help them, it doesn't matter because it's the players at the end of the day. And we know this because at the start of overtime when they did the coin toss, I don't know if you guys saw, when the Chiefs won the coin toss, Baker Mayfield goes, Baker Mayfield threw his head up because he knew it was over. I thought they changed the rules that if you scored a,
That's in playoffs.
it's only the playoffs. That's a stupid rule. Why can it not just be like that for every game?
because they don't want
It's too much.
they don't want 3 o'clock CBS games running into fucking CBS
Into the next one. Into 60
or
minutes.
into 60 minutes. That's what I meant.
Some comments going back to the Blues talk. Cairo's on a 2-game goal streak. Schrader says, "Don't let him get hot."
There we go. He did score against Toronto.
Oh, that's right, he did. Yeah, he's back.
Kairu's back. I agree.
That's a staple of the Cole Caulfield's fantasy hockey team.
There you go.
Jordan Kyrou. I need Robert Thomas to get off the IR. He's just sitting there right now.
Who else is in the chat? What's up, chat break? What are people saying?
Just technical difficulties and stuff. Sorry about that, y'all. I've been playing with stuff on the fly. So
We're getting there.
We're getting there.
Figuring it out.
Next week we will have a new mic for Bryce and a new mic cord. So I'll make sure to get that.
There we go. We're back.
All right, fellas. I want to talk about a little college football. I don't know if you guys heard about the controversy this last weekend, but the biggest game of the week was Ohio State versus Penn State. And
Big noon
people
kickoff.
We're very upset about big noon kickoff, Pat. You guys know why?
Because they wanted it to be the night game.
They wanted it to be a night game at Happy Valley. They play so much better under the lights. And this
Have
is
the
a
whiteout.
funny clip. I'm going to play this into the mic if I can here.
7 yards carry. I'm going to take Iowa. Night game, Kenneth. That's all you need to say, right? Night game. Night game. Night game. Night game. Night game. Night game with Iowa. I like the back. Yeah, that's solid. Night game with Iowa. Imagine that.
So even the fans, they were not happy with it being a noon kickoff. The number 2 and the number 4 team in the country, right?
Right. Oh, yeah.
Ridiculous. 12 o'clock kickoff.
If I could, as a Big Ten guy, the worst thing that ever happened to the Big Ten is landing a deal with Fox, because it's smart what Fox is doing. They want it to be big noon, because if they go at night, then they have to compete with the SEC. So that's why they put the game at 11, so everyone turns their TV on and says, what's the good game on? We're going to Fox. It's the best Big Ten game. But it totally screws everything, because like you said, what is it this week, 2 and 4?
That's
Number
what they
2
were
versus number 4?
last week.
Or last week. And so it's just like, there's something about an ambiance of a night game
Right.
overtakes a 11 a.m. kickoff. Like 11 a.m., Producer Pat hasn't woken up at 11 a.m.
What time is that in Los Angeles?
It's 9 a.m. And not to, I'll be quick here, but if you ever want good bets, always take UCLA, Washington, Oregon, and USC when they play on the East Coast. So say UCLA is playing like Rutgers. Always bet Rutgers if they're playing an 11 a.m. game, because UCLA is playing at like 8 a.m. their time.
Right.
So, and I bet it every single week. It always hits. Free money.
Free money. There you go.
I'd feel so bad for those West Coast fans that have to like wake up and watch your big game at 9 a.m. It's like watching the Premier League, dude.
Is the Big Ten ruining college football?
Well,
Time zones?
wasn't the Indiana big game the week before when College Game Day was at Indiana? Wasn't that also like a big noon kickoff as well?
Mm-hmm.
I think it was.
God, that
ESPN
sucks. I feel bad for the
College Game Day.
the home fans that are, the students. They don't want to fucking wake up and tailgate. They want to tailgate all day.
Exactly.
have
That
a
is
night
their
game.
biggest argument. They want to drink and booze all day long, which they deserve to. It's the best matchup of the weekend.
Right. It's weird to like not have the best game on at prime time. That's like big bizarre. But can we move on to this week?
This week, who's playing this week?
We've got OU versus Mizzou, dude. Big 12 rivalry game.
Or the wagon circling?
No, dude. Their team sucks. Our team sucks. It's just the battle of mid.
But surely we're better than them. They almost lost to Maine, right?
I mean, it's Drew Pines starting at quarterback.
Gotta get the ball to Luther.
Yeah.
Just- You absolutely have to get the ball to Luther.
I'm curious on our running back health. Nate Noel's been out. And we need to get Luther more involved as maybe even being a running back. Or get him like some end arounds.
Yeah, jet sweeps. I agree. He's a first-round draft pick. You got to give him the ball any way you can.
Yeah, we need some help. with Drew Lock. Not Drew Lock. I mean Brady Cook. R.I.P. Drew Lock. Miss him. Put on. Yeah, we're gonna hope that we fucking pull it out against OU. It's a night game. I kind of wish I was down there, but tickets are still expensive. I think people that paid overpriced for them still want to get their money back, and tickets are going for like $117. I'd almost would want to be in Como just to be there. But
What we got, Pat?
Schrader says, Battle of Mid, rain out, take the under, it's a smash.
oh yeah, the under was already
unders.
hitting. The under was already
Primetime unders. College
for
football.
real. Oh my god, both offenses.
They're on
trash.
SEC Network, though, right?
Yeah, they don't want to show them on actual.
Yeah, they're not ABC. That's not an ABC matchup.
No. Which hey, the college football playoff poll. Can we talk about that? Came out. That was a big thing.
Let's hear it.
Mizzou is still ranked in there. They're at 24.
Somehow.
Fuck the AP, dude. Fuck the AP.
I agree. Fuck the AP.
Where's Bama at, Pat?
We're 11. In the playoff. Where we belong.
We'll check
I
back
will-
again December.
Wouldn't you
We'll
love
check
to
back
see,
again after this weekend.
Yeah, LSU. Uh-oh.
I can't wait to see Bama get bounced first round by Boise.
Okay.
Ashanti Jeffrey running all over you guys.
Shanti.
Should we go into our new segment called Bets with Bryce?
Bets with Bryce.
All right. You are on, B.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to be here. I'm really happy to introduce this Bets with Bryce segment. So what I'm going to do here is, objectively, it's going to be the easiest $2,500 I've ever made in my life. There are some wrinkles that come in, some things that are going to... You'll see what I'm saying as I go. So the thought process behind it is you start with $10. It's a 1-month challenge, so it's 30 days. You start with $10. Every single day, you bet a team at minus 500. Today I started, I chose it exactly minus 500, the Mavericks to beat the Bulls. That $10 is going to win me 12, which is really a profit of $2. The idea is that you roll that money over. So tomorrow I'll have $12 in the account. I will then bet $12 to win $14.40. Then I'll go from $14.40 to $17.60, so on and so forth. Where things are going to get tricky is once you get up to, like, let's say a couple $100, that's going to be 10, 11, 12 days in. You're going to have to start betting $300 a pop to win, what, $20? And you're just going to want to cash it out. But we're not doing that. It's a challenge, obviously. Now, here's where the kicker comes in, and listen in. If you like and subscribe, and also share the Lucast on any of your socials, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, any of that, with the hashtag BetsWithBryce. After I win $2,500, one lucky listener will win 100 of that 25. So, 30 days from now is going to be what? December 6th? You
Correct.
like,
you subscribe, you share to your social, you could be the lucky winner of $100. And let's be real, it's going to hit. It's minus 500. We start with the Mavericks today. Tomorrow we roll it over. That's where the other kicker comes in. I don't always want to bet something at exactly minus 500 because that's a little tough to do. So let's say like the Chiefs are playing the Panthers. That's going to be minus 1,100. I might take that. That means the next day I'm going to have to go and do like a minus 200 and really sweat something out. But at the average, it's going to be minus 500. We're turning $10 into $2,500. And I can't wait to talk to you 30 days from now. And
One lucky listener.
one lucky listener will be a couple $1,000 richer. You're going to be $100 richer. And we're going to get it. So
Yes, dude.
Ching!
yeah, I'm excited. Obviously this isn't a daily podcast, so I'll have to tune in, or you'll have to tune in a week from now to see if I'm on a 7-game win streak. But I will be posting every bet to our Twitter and TikTok socials, so you can follow along. And like I said, like, subscribe, and share to your socials, and you could be the lucky winner. So let's go, Mavs. Mavs win tonight, and we got 29
We're
more.
on the way.
Let's go, Mavs. Let's
go.
go, Mavs.
29 more to go.
Dude,
All
what an
right.
idea, Bryce. Thank you for offering $100 to one of our lucky listeners.
Let's go. Season
Yeah,
6 starts out with a bang.
Yeah,
Happy
it's
prop too,
real
boys.
exciting movement. I thought of it on my drive home today. So
Nice.
a lot of thought went into it.
Oh yeah,
Really
definitely.
took like 30 seconds.
well
lot of
thought
thought.
out. I like it.
And you're going to get there quicker if we, like, if you take, like you said, a minus 400, minus 300 bet one night.
And you will get there quicker, but it's just, you'd be amazed at what minus 500 or minus 400 gets you. Like, minus 400 is pretty much an NFL football game is like minus 5.5, and it's minus 400, which is not, like, minus 5.5 is almost a toss up, and they're still giving you minus 400. But you got to stick to the script, and you got to be smart about. You can't just pick any minus 500, right? You gotta look at the lines and do your due diligence. But I'm confident, and the good thing is that if the Mavs lose tonight, guess what? We turn around, we start it all over tomorrow. So
There we go.
Also, something we can bet on is some college basketball. Can we hit on college basketball real quick? We had the debut opening night tip-off on Monday night. And during the day, SLU started it off. 2 p.m. YouTube
And
against
lost.
Santa Clara. Okay.
Sorry, stole your thunder.
Yeah. Robbie Avila, Larry Nerd, Seth Borey. It's tough right now. He's out for the first 4 weeks. But we'll bounce back. Hopefully he'll be back for that Wofford game December 18th, Wednesday. I think that's gonna be a Lucas night
Watford?
at Chaffetz. Yes,
Is that
that's
a
right.
Premier League team?
No, not Watford. Wofford.
Oh.
They're mid-major. They're decent. They're always in the tourney usually. And yeah, I think that would be a Lucas night at Chaffetz at the Bubble. Feel free to come on out.
Should we get into Twitter sphere? Or do we want to
Well,
talk about
Wait,
City?
that's it on college basketball? I mean, I'm
I'm sorry.
told-
I didn't know you had more. You just
I've-
stopped talking.
okay. I don't know. I thought maybe
No,
you guys
I have
didn't-
no college
I have no
basketball.
college
No.
basketball. I know the season just started. It's awesome. I'm up for SLU and I'm up for Bama. Bama's number 2 in the country, by the way. And
Okay, why would you not discuss it then?
well, we could discuss it. I don't know any
You
of the
don't know any
players, but all I know is that they're really good.
I wanted to also talk about my other college basketball team. Well, 2. Mo State put up
Oh,
a
yeah,
battle against
we're all-
Butler.
We're all Bear fans. Over
Yeah,
here.
The Bears. Oh, well, it was really annoying. Let's talk about this. They were on the Big East tip around, so it was like. Did you even hear about this? They were showing it was like a red zone. It was a red zone college basketball of all the Big East games
On
on
what
opening
channel?
night. It was on FS1.
Oh. Interesting.
yeah, I'd love to chime in here. Roper and I, we were watching the, what is it, Big East? Are they in now?
Yeah, the Big East.
Big East tip around, and I mean, obviously nobody gives a shit about Mo State, so it's like it's a tie game with 6 minutes left, and they haven't shown the Mo State game in pretty much 45 minutes of real time,
Right.
and there's again, it's like a red zone style, so there's 8 games going on, and they're just whipping you from game to game. Mo State Butler was tied, upset alert, and they wouldn't show the Butler Mo State game.
Which made no sense because
And
Caitlin Clark was in the building.
She was in the building. She was there to see Mo State, obviously. She wasn't.
Big
But
Bears fan.
in actuality, her husband is on the coaching staff of Butler, which is why she was there.
Who?
So,
Luke
Caitlin Clark.
McCaffrey.
Luke McCaffrey, yeah.
Caitlin Clark's married?
Oh,
I
they're
think it's
engaged.
fiance.
Well, yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah, right.
Anyway, not important to the
Didn't know
story.
that.
Was pretty annoying. They didn't show it. Bears ended up losing, but we had a good time.
It was a close game.
It was a close game.
We realized that we don't have really a center.
Yeah,
because
our center is shorter than me. And not that I'm a short guy, but like
6'4" is
if
not
your
going to be
center
enough.
is 6'3", he's listed at 6'4", which means he's really 6'2". He's a 6'2" D1 center.
Yeah.
Now he does weigh like 310 pounds, so he's got that on me.
But it's just there's no reach for boards. We were struggling. That's something we realized all
struggling on
night.
the boards, but that could be decent if we're thinking if the Bears go on a tournament run, which of course they won't because they never have in our fandom. But I mean, you think about like St. Pete's when they went on that run, they didn't have a big guy; they just chucked threes and they all went in.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's like when you're a small school like that, you really just got to get hot and start hitting your threes.
Find a Jack Golke in your lineup.
Exactly. So, I mean, that's really my college basketball analysis. It was a fun Monday night. We all know college basketball doesn't heat up till after the Super Bowl.
Right,
really.
right. But it was just nice to see it's back.
It's good to be back. And,
Good to be back.
And we'll have Dave over. He's our college basketball insider. So
Yes, Michigan State played.
Party.
They played Monmouth. That was the game.
they played Monmouth. They clapped them. So
I wanted to talk about Mizzou real quick. Mizzou played against Memphis. It was a battle of the Tigers in Memphis, and we blew it. We were up by like 15 with the first half ending, and we choked it away in Mizzou fashion. So we still have not won a game in 2024. So if you see this right now, I'm not doing okay. So, yeah. All right.
How many games in a row have they lost?
We're just not going to stop.
20.
Stop. Just stop. Okay. All right. That concludes college basketball. Now we kick it over to something less depressing, which is Twitter.
Twitter.
Twitter. Oh wait, I have this. Where is it?
All my Twitter was political stuff, which I mentioned at the beginning of the broadcast.
Where is it? I forgot where I put it.
Oh, the bird one?
There it is.
There it is. Good job.
I wanted to quickly start us off with, okay, you guys know St. Louis City's center back that we knew we required for Tim Parker, King
Yes.
Henry.
What's his name? Hessler?
Yeah, Kessler.
Kessler.
So he even said it in the post game press conference that he was going to be moving back to Boston just to finish out his lease that was already signed. So he went back to Boston recently.
What do you say?
He tweeted, "Just saw a guy wearing an STL City sweatshirt. So I told him, nice sweatshirt. And he said, thanks, kid. And looked really bothered that I talked to him. And he said, laughing face, humbling. So
Didn't reckon- Hey, I'm going to be honest here. I would also not recognize probably 75% of the City players if I saw them on the street.
that's fair.
I'd recognize Joe Klaus,
Yeah, I
Tim
agree.
Parker. Well, he's
Roman
gone
Berkey,
now.
Edward
I mean, Roman
Leuven.
Berkey.
You would
I think I would
recognize
recognize
Leuven.
Leuven.
He's got a distinct
Yeah.
face.
I'd recognize Celio Pompu,
Some Pompeo.
Pompeo, baby.
Pompeo,
Oh, speaking of which, he was on his Instagram story
dribbling.
training. Yeah, dribbling.
Nice, that's good to
Coming back from
see.
an ACL injury, right?
Yes, yes.
Good for him.
Well, it wasn't ACL. It was something else, but yeah, I mean, something just as drastic.
That's about it. I don't think I would recognize anymore.
You wouldn't recognize
Keel Watts?
Thomas Totlin.
No.
No.
I saw
Definitely not.
Indiana Vassilev. I
Yeah,
recognized him.
I
at,
would. Yeah, the mustache would
Prob-
give it
maybe,
away.
yeah.
I've recognized him at Seward before, and him and shout out Hot Shots from Webster
I
had
wouldn't recognize
him
Simon
and Totlin were there.
Beecher. I wouldn't recognize. What are the other two New Germans?
Toykert.
Oh,
Yeah,
toy shirt Marshall Hartel.
wouldn't.
No,
yeah,
yeah,
I
I
wouldn't
wouldn't.
recognize. him.
Marshall Hartel's kind of like a skinny guy. Yeah. Okay.
Anyhow, that's all you got from Twitter. Was
Well, no, that wasn't all. I was just
I have
starting us
nothing
off.
else on Twitter.
Just political.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
There was this other thing I was gonna mention a couple weeks ago. I retweeted it. I was getting these like Chicago diss videos popping up on my feed. Oh, this is what I was gonna
Dude.
say too.
Their mayor, I don't know if you've heard about their mayor, but their mayor sucks right now.
Oh. What you got? What you got, Nick?
So Chicago made the worst deal in U.S. history. They sold all the parking meters in the city to the Saudis,
Really?
and for
75 years, Chicago has to pay 100% of parking meter revenue to the investor's company, which is conveniently named Chicago Parking Meters LLC. Chicago's 30,000 parking meters generate about $200 million in revenue annually, and because the city is sending that money overseas, none of it will go to Chicagoans. If you think that's bad, it gets worse. If any streets are closed for public events like street festivals or the marathon, the city is to pay this company the money they would have made from parking.
so they owe the Saudis a lot of money, which I thought was funny.
I will add on to that. You are totally right. And one thing that's also messed up, because I have family that lives in Wisconsin and I travel from Missouri to Wisconsin quite a bit, I have to go through Illinois polls when you go from Illinois to Wisconsin. That same company raised polls from $1.90 per swipe to $4 per swipe. So basically, every time I cross the border,
The
from
Saudis are charging
Illinois
you.
to Wisconsin, instead of $1.90, it's $4. Which $4 is $4. It's not anything to complain about. But when you think
Every
about it
time.
percentage wise, it's 200%.
That's doubled. Yeah, that's
It's over 200%,
That's
which
crazy.
is just messed up. So yeah, the Saudis absolutely fleece them.
Yeah.
And Nick's right. And there's a lot of people in Wisconsin not happy about that, because a lot of people in Wisconsin live in Wisconsin, but they work in Chicago. So think about if you have to go to Chicago every single day.
But you can
And-
pay for a pass, and probably brings it down. I'm sure.
It
Like,
brings it down a little bit, but even then you're spending,
what you were used to.
it's like it's essentially an extra gallon of gas every single day, right? So even if you bring it down to like $2, that's still $4 a day because you're crossing the border to get to work. And like $4, that's $20 a week, which is almost $100 a month, which is almost $1,000 or over $1,000 a year. So it's like it adds up.
Someone's got to pay Ronaldo's salary.
Chicago sucks.
Live Tour's back. Live Tour.
yeah, Chicago L.
Chicago is an L for sure.
Speaking of real quick about politics, I will say one thing about Trump being in presidency. I was curious if you guys had a thought of this. Maybe Bryce. Do you think there's a chance that this is more of a better chance that the Saudis and Liv come up with a deal for the PGA? Do you think there's a chance of that?
I hope not.
There's the Capital One match coming up in December. It's
I didn't hear about that.
it's Bryson and someone else from Liv. I can't remember off the top of my head. Maybe Rom or someone.
Is it Martin Keimer?
No. And then I think Rory and someone else is.
I kind of like it.
Oh,
when
it's DeChambeau. It's DeChambeau and Brooks.
I kind of like it when they do the. Oh, that'll be good.
Yeah.
I kind of like when they do like one PGA player
And a
with
celebrity.
one W or LPGA player, like
Oh, okay.
a top woman and a top man versus a top woman and a top man. I like that. That's been my favorite.
Mixed teams
But
golf.
It is better that they're actually doing golfers instead of like. I know, like when Mahomes and Kels were on there,
Josh Allen.
it's like it's cool, but like
Roger.
they can't play golf. Like they're better than we are, but they're not. You'd be amazed at how horrid golf is to watch when you're not watching professionals. People already are bored by golf when you're watching professionals. Get someone who's not a professional, and it sucks.
You wouldn't
That's
watch
fair.
the Corn Ferry Tour, Bryce?
Well, that's almost professional.
I watched the Corn Ferry a lot. The Corn Ferry would mop the floor with Mahomes. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, Mahomes is a good golfer to the average person, but to Corn Ferry players, he's going to get mopped.
Who's the best athlete golfer? Is it like Steph Curry or is it like Tony Romo? Who would you?
It's definitely Romo. Romo's made, like,
Actual
Romo's made
cuts,
PGA
right?
Tour sanctioned events.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
Interesting. I got one other thing I want to mention here on Twitter that the Blues posted. And I don't know if you guys saw this video, but I thought it was kind of cool. It was just their marketing team, whoever does social media, and they had 2 tickets for glass seats to the game against Toronto, and she had them in an envelope and just held them out to people as they walked by the concourse. And whoever came up to him first got them, and it was these 2 guys, and they go up to her, and they turn out they were from Sweden, in
Travel.
St. Louis, traveling on a business trip. And I think they were friends or knew Philip Broberg. They were fans
Huge
of
Broberg
his,
fans.
and they move all the way down
From the upper level, right?
the upper level and just got to enjoy the game. They got free food and drinks in the Scott Credit Union Club. And yeah, they had a good time.
Glass seats.
Nice.
What a
What-
way if you were walking St. Louis in the first time, walking in the concourse.
What I did notice
You'd
about
upgrade.
those seats is, unfortunately, since those are obviously like the foldable seats, like if they have like concerts or like you know, basketball games there. What I noticed on that video is there's no cup holders down there. That would kind of suck. But besides that, they're pretty cool.
Sat
seats.
down there once a year or 2 ago with my dad. We were second row from the glass, but that still gets you Scott Credit Rink Club seats. Or
Nice.
so, dude, that place is the shit. You guys ever been down there?
I
Since They
haven't.
upgraded it. It's right when you come in off the garage, Pat. It's right to the right. You go down a bunch of steps, and it's all underground.
Oh.
And then
How do you get to there from the seats? Like from
that's the only way is that one entrance. You got to like go in from the concourse, and you go down all those steps.
Oh, so you
And
have
when you
to
go
go
back to your
back
seats,
up.
you go back up.
Okay, so it's not like yeah, I see what you're saying. It's not you can't get there.
They put
from,
that
like,
down there the last time they did upgrades, I think in 2020. That's only like 5 years old down there. It's really, really nice.
Oh yeah.
And that's the carved meat station, pastas, ravioli,
It's like the Champions Club,
and then
basically.
burgers, yeah, fries, nachos, cookies,
Mm.
open
Oh,
bar. Oh, it's the best. It's the best.
Rope sounds hungry.
Dude.
Anyhow, that's all I had for Twitter.
What you got for OTROT?
My OTROT is anti-politics because
Mm.
we don't have to watch political ads anymore, you guys.
Woohoo!
How about that?
Hold
That's a
on.
dub in its own.
Everything, something we can all agree on.
No more Brett Favre
political
tax.
Yeah, so that's positive, and yeah, that's good.
I wanted to shout out The Penguin, the show on HBO.
Yeah, it's a great show.
It's been a fun ride in season 1 so far. There's 1 episode left, season finale. I know your roommate watches religiously. Pat and I watch it. Bryce was watching a little bit of it, I think.
Yep.
The last episode. Yeah, it's a great show. And what sucks is I'm gonna hate my life after this episode ends because we will not go back to that Gotham universe until 2026 of October. So,
Wow, we got basically a whole year.
oh, I mean, a year and a half, like
No.
2 years.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So, we'll be back.
Max was watching that the other day, and he had it paused, and he finished it. But there was 12 minutes of credits at the end. Why are there so many credits?
Well, no. It's not just all credits. They do like an after the show, like inside, like behind the scenes. type
Okay, that
thing.
was included with
the
that time.
credits. That's how you
Gotcha.
just know that.
what we got, Pat.
Bill Keller says, "Is that your sign, Nick? Looks like an Xmas gift."
It was. Shout out, Mom. Shout out, my mom gave me that for Christmas one year. A one-of-a-kind sign.
It's the Lucas sign now.
And now the viewers of the Lucas get to enjoy.
Also, a quick shout out to another family. Speaking of family members, my uncle dropped off a grill, barbecue grill for the palace.
Grills are back.
Grills.
Grill season
Pat, I
Just
don't
in
want to
in
be
the winter.
I don't want to be a
Just
hater,
in
Pat,
time.
but I'm not a fan of the Blackstone. Kind of sucks.
Fair enough.
Well, the man doesn't even use it.
I mean, it's
think
okay.
I've seen him
It's
use
the
it, like,
job
3
done.
times.
We made burgers when you were gone at Bama.
Yeah, you didn't clean it.
And I was gonna-
by
we
the
did
way.
not clean it. I grilled, and this man could have maybe cleaned, but
Yeah,
I
y'all
totally
didn't
just
clean
forgot.
it. So I'm
We-
hoping
we-
you guys clean it soon.
Okay. I mean, you don't even use it, so it's not that big.
Well, if you use somebody's property, you should.
Oh,
Yeah, you
I
should.
know. Yes, I'm aware I'm going to clean it, but I'm just saying you don't even use it. So
All right. OTRT, Bryce.
Oh, I guess real quick, I will say I started. Obviously, I just moved back to St. Louis, started a new job. Loving it so far. Probably the coolest part of my job. I work for a big moving company, and we have a partnership with both the Blues and the Cardinals. So when new Blues or Cardinals are traded or come in free agency, we are the ones who move them. So in my training, when I have free time, I'm just in the system, type in Adam Wainwright, Ryan O'Reilly, and just going back and seeing where they live and then just looking up their houses. Usually, though, I will say this. Usually, the Blues and Cardinals, for the most part, like 95% of them don't show up because it's probably their manager or agent moving them. The guys that do show up are the Battlehawk players and the MLS STL City players because I guess
they don't have
they
agents.
don't have enough money or agents or anything like that. So it is kind of cool.
Have you found any like where they mostly reside? Like where?
I do have an NDA that I cannot
Oh, fair.
disclose. But if I wanted to, I could text them. So that's pretty cool.
Oh, nice. There we go. There's some
But let's be real.
Inside
I'm probably
knowledge.
going to be texting their managers and not their.
personal.
There's like the phone number in there. There's no way they're giving out their actual. It's probably like their business line. So, and I'm also not obviously very high up in the company, so I
Oh,
don't
boys,
do that.
boys.
Breaking news.
There's been a trade.
Da-na-na, da-na-na.
Fancy trade.
Price is wrong, bitch.
Amanda's tuned into the
No.
Lucas. Made a trade.
Tinker Stinkers.
Cobbs get Sam Darnold and the
Wow.
wide receiver for the Carolina Panthers, Chuba Hubbard and Jacoby Myers.
Interesting.
When is
Oh,
the
am
trade
I still
deadline?
on this thing?
You are.
One more thing I forgot to do. One of my new coworkers, his name is Elvante. I told him to tune into Lucast. Elvante, if you're listening, shout out Elvante. He graduated from Chaminade in 2013. Graduated with Tatum. So
Nice.
Oh, D. Chaminade.
Shout
See
out
it-
Chaminade.
With
see
Matthew
you
Chung.
tomorrow. See you tomorrow, Elvante, and thanks for watching if you are.
Quickly, let's before we wrap up, again, want to shout out our TikTok that is under Lucas314. What's the Twitter handle? Lucas.
314.
314.
It's
Yeah,
Lucas 314
I
all
wanted to
around.
make sure. Just wanted to
Yeah,
make
all
sure.
around.
All around, baby.
Instagram, we still gotta get up on that
Yes.
and post, but yeah, give us a like and subscribe, comment, and thanks guys for the support.
Thanks for watching. I'm the Sean McCaw.
It's STL Roper
And producer Pat on the call, on the mic all day, every day.
and
fellas.
shout
B.
out
Graham.
Bryce. Love you. Let's go.
See you
Love
next
you guys.
time.